Hello and welcome to another episode of VAR Travels, being captured here in the XRcast studio on the Penn State Behrend Campus. My name is Marcus. I'll be, the co-host at the desk today.
I'm Lauren. I'm in headset, also a co-host in a chair.
In a chair, co-host in a chair and a headset.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to hop on,
Wow. Yeah, I got it.
I wanted to check out the Niagara Falls area, and then in zooming in on it, I saw that there was an old Fort Erie. It's a little bit south of the actual Niagara Falls, but it's right at I don't know if you call it the mouth of Lake Erie or something. I don't know.
Here, I can zoom out. We can see.
Yeah.
It kind of is.
But since we're also on Lake Erie, you can see the little presque isle sticking out.
Hey, there it is! Oh
Yeah.
my God! Hi, home.
Since we're there, I figured we might as well check out old Fort Erie.
That's such a cool thing.
And what is cool about it is it actually is still fort looking. And you can see the... Why is it so slow?
I took a slow zoom in. Sorry, I wanted to let you talk.
No, that's fine.
Oh, that's it. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you can see the whole... I didn't really look too much more into it, so if you saw anything...
Absolutely. I mean, this is the shape of the fort. Sorry, I'm leaning down. They built these trenches that way they could, stand in them, and then up here would have been your fencing all around, which is so freaking cool. I'm wondering if it branches back over here. I bet it does, or if this is just them adding.
Yeah, that might have just been like a visitor center. I'm not sure.
Because you can even see the initial shaping. You can see their tower areas.
It was the first British fort to be constructed as part of a network after this area was ceded to them by the French after the French and Indian War. So about 1776. So a pretty sizable fort. And from a geographic perspective, really well situated. Because if you can control the area from Lake Erie, if you can control where the water goes into Lake Erie, you have a pretty good control over the rest of the Great Lake area. So, built in 1764. So that predates, obviously, the United States. And let's see if you can see any of those barracks.
Barracks?
Those are like the buildings there.
Ah, I gotcha. I can see a good-looking barrack. Ah, that's a nice-looking barrack.
So that would be... I mean, I'm just guessing from what I know, but that would be where the soldiers, lived in those kind of buildings there. All made out of local stone and everything. And then they had, the earth fortifications around them so that they couldn't be susceptible to, cannon fire and whatnot.
What a pretty place to get to live, minus the cannon fire.
So it said...
Huh?
There was an old fort and a new fort, apparently.
Sorry, just looking at Google's shitty photos.
Oh, watch your language.
Sorry, I apologize. Crappy.
Darn it.
I apologize, I didn't think about it.
Awesome. Well, you see, so we saw...
Keep getting the same...
Is there some by the... They don't have any cannons or anything cool?
I did, I just saw a cannon.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, you never commented on it. I even said there's cannons. There's a big cannon for the big guys.
If you zoom back out, it's kind of weird where those cannons are located. Do they point out?
My guess is they rolled them over here where the cannon area is, bud.
And that's pointing out. What about towards the water?
Towards the water? There's one.
There's a single one.
To be fair, I don't really think we were a big threat in the water. I mean, we were, but
Well, they wanted to be able to
stop. The British Navy was way bigger than us.
Yeah. Well, they didn't build it for us. They built it just because at the time when it first was built, it was just the British fort.
I know.
There was no America yet.
Oh,
so.
They had no reason for one.
Not yet. Until then, we actually did battle them at that fort in the Battle of 1812.
Oh, isn't that where No, because we ended it at Yorktown.
Yep.
Here you go. Here's a cannon.
Yeah.
There you go, Marcus.
That is nice. It's interesting how these cannons don't really look like they're pointing very far. Oh, I guess.
If it comes up your trail, you got them. But if they come from over there, you're in so much trouble.
Yeah.
Actually, no. They might break their ankles in the ditch.
Yeah, they might. I mean, I guess it's meant to slow them down and whatnot.
Hire me for military planning. I got you. One cannon and a ditch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop every.
Well, I guess that was old Fort Erie, and they also called it new Fort Erie. So they've built multiple forts on top of one another.
Well, this is the new fort. We're still fighting
the Canada.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, I got something in my eye.
So, and then if you go up that a
I got
little
you.
bit of a
I'm gonna
ways. You
follow
can
the
see actually
thing.
right there. Do you see?
This
Right there is Unity Island.
right here.
Nope, more to the right.
This huge bad boy.
No, I said to the right.
To the right. So this.
Nope, to the right.
To the right.
That one, the little island. Nope, you went over it again.
Here.
No, to the left.
To there.
Left.
Here.
Do you see the
Be better at this.
There you go.
Listen, be
Yeah.
better at describing.
What
Bud.
do you mean be better? So this is another place that we were gonna check out called Unity Island.
Wow, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting to me because I looked up and I was like, Unity, that's kind of an odd name. And when I looked into it, it is in fact an odd name. It's got quite a history. Originally, the island's original name was in a Seneca language. I'm not even gonna try it. And then
Hey, Marcus.
from the War of 1812 onward, the island was known as the English name Squaw, which was then there was a lady who petitioned against that, a Mohawk resident of Buffalo, and then got the name changed in 2015 because Squaw was apparently racist and derogatory towards Native American women. So instead they renamed it Unity Island, which, I don't know. I'm all for unity and whatnot, but like, just a big wastewater treatment plant.
Yeah, it's a cover-up. But look, we can see all the poop.
We can see the different levels of poop. You know, that poop is halfway eaten.
This one is
by
my
bacteria.
poop. This is... Here, wait, you really, really, really want to see the poop? You can't. They're not going to show you that. They're going to show you the nice bench that still holds...
Right next to the wastewater treatment plant. So if you want to get nice whiffs while you look at the water...
Oh, the entire time. It's the only way. Ooh, it's just all of this bench. Oh,
it's the same bench.
Did somebody graffiti the bench? Why did we do that? Oh, no, it's a different bench.
There is, of course, a Tim Hortons cup.
Oh, you better believe it. I think these are a series of different benches. I'm sorry. We'll do a bench tour some other day.
Look, on the other side of the island, there is actually a park.
Oh, I saw it. It's over here.
Yeah. At least they have the park separated a little bit from the wastewater treatment plant.
I feel like it's still a... Oh!
Wow.
Look at... Oh! Wow, this is a bad photo.
They need to fix that. They didn't orient it correctly.
I feel... Oh, God, this actually made me feel a little bit sick. Give me 1 sec. Okay, I'm sorry. That really did. Alright, so what's going on with the park?
Well, nothing much, I guess. If you zoom out a little bit, what is kind of interesting is on the right-hand side, or right above where that... Like, see how there's that separation there? I guess they call...
Yeah.
In the water, is there like a channel lock there?
There's a channel lock? Where is it?
Like...
Oh, right over here. This is a channel lock.
Yeah.
Yep, because this bad boy will open for you. Let me rotate. This bad boy will woo, or it'll woo, and it'll turn right into the middle. So freaking cool.
One of those bridges. Yeah, I do see that.
Yeah.
Let me look that up. Yeah.
It's so freaking cool. It's such a cool thing to get to see. I think I've seen it once, not here, but in another place, and it's just such a cool thing to get to see an entire structure just completely turn.
Is there any street view of that?
There might be.
Of the structure, at least.
I'm
trying to look. I'm not getting super
find a
good.
better one. Ooh, here you go. Oh, sideways again. It's the same guy. He definitely got fired from Google. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get a better one. I was like so excited about that, and it's the crappiest.
It'd be really interesting to see one of those bridges. I'm sure that bridge by now is like permanently affixed. Like.
Oh, probably. It's probably so old that it's not in.
And it doesn't even put a name on it in...
I'm just going to get the creepy one. It
doesn't give you a name on Google or anything.
I got you. Here.
Interesting.
Ooh. Not giving me a headache.
You can get out of that.
So good!
You can get out of that one.
Thank you.
Well, I want to look... I have seen those bridges. I do like mobile bridges. Bridges that turn or
You
lift.
are a very mobile guy.
A mobile guy. And I would like to see a bridge that turns, but I'm assuming that's permanently affixed by now.
100%. Why are these Are these more crop circles?
That's probably old, like, industrial area.
Oh no, it's a field. It's a field for the workers to play. Oh, they're breaks. They frolic.
They frolic in the fields when they're...
Oh Lord, we got a centaur-looking person here. Do you see this?
Yeah, it does kind of look like one.
Sorry.
When they're not cleaning up...
Pass through.
When they're not participating in cleaning up the poop at the wastewater treatment plant, they can go out to that field.
They can frolic.
Frolic in the field.
Frolic in a field.
Well, I think we've seen enough of the Unity Island for now.
I agree. Does it have a racist?
Yeah, it does have an interesting history, I guess you can say.
Can we
Unfortunately, it's kind of crazy that for 200 years we used that word as the name. And I'm sure people said it before, like, hey, that's not a nice word, right?
Do you know what it reminds me of?
Huh.
What's that sports team that is also racially derogative? That's not the right word. Is like toward the indigenous people, isn't it? Like,
there's actually two. There was the Washington Redskins.
Which is that still a thing?
No, they ended up changing the name. They dropped the name Redskins, and for one season they were just Washington. And they were called the Washington Football Team.
And then what happened?
And then recently they decided on a name, and I think now they're the Washington Commanders or something.
That's a lot better. Yeah. And then what's the other one?
There is still one in the NFL. They just won the Super Bowl, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, that's simple. You got to change that.
Well, a lot of people really care deeply about it, but I don't think. I think it's a cool team, but they would be better with maybe a name that didn't.
Better.
It is interesting. I did hear that the Kansas City Chiefs actually banned headdresses in their stadium.
Good.
And chants.
Good.
So if you're the owner of the team and you've already banned headdresses and chants within your stadium, why not just get a new name?
As I say, I'm like, just eliminate the problem. That way people can have chants and they can have
chants about something good, as opposed to I think the chant that they did was like very racist because
was it bad?
It was not a real chant. So it was just a bunch of chants that they supposedly meant to be like Native American.
That's awful. That's just you're appropriating someone's whole culture. Like that's just effed.
But if you continue up there, you can get to Niagara Falls.
I know where it is.
Boom, and you see all the. Now that's a whitewater, a good whitewater trip if I've ever seen one.
I was gonna say I've gone down a couple times. Once in a barrel.
Once in a barrel.
With my cat.
So if you zoom, the Canadian side is towards
over
the bottom.
Here.
Yeah.
It's the Horseshoe Falls.
Yep. So
this is the American Falls.
Let's see some of that.
Let's see the Horseshoe Falls.
Yeah.
Right into it. No fear. You want me to go on the Maid of the Mist?
Let's see it. We got a free journey.
This is such a bad view.
No.
Oh, no, it's okay. No, this is all right.
Look at all those people.
Wow.
Jeez.
Oh, man. I wonder if they're Canadian or not.
I'm sure some of them are, but a lot of them probably.
I was making a joke because all the fun.
Oh.
Sorry, bud.
Well, it's a Canadian ship.
Oh, it is a Canadian. Oh, yeah, because they have the American ships and then they have the Canadian ships.
Uh-huh. Wow, look at how tall those falls are. That's just nuts.
It's insane. They said it's like, how many gallons of water is it per minute?
Oh, let's see.
It's a lot. I just can't remember what it is. It's like 2,000. No, it's not 2,000.
At least 10.
Huh?
At least 10.
Oh, way more than 10. No, you're joking, right?
Yes.
He was at least 10. I'm like, a little bit more.
Let's see. In a day, more than 44 million gallons of water travels over the Horseshoe Falls every minute during peak flow. 44 million gallons of water.
God.
Wow.
Oh my God. Just think about how big the fish tank is over there. The 10-gallon fish tank.
Yeah.
How much? Hey, also look, I got an aerial view.
That is a good view. Yeah.
And also the actual Maid of the Mist we were just on is right down there.
Wow, right there you go.
And you get a little rainbow. Man, I'm
just
pulling it all together tonight.
And then let's see, what is that city right there?
That right there is the city of, don't tell me, it's not Toronto, it's Ontario. No, it's not Ontario.
No, they actually just call it Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls? I knew it! Don't trick me.
No, really. So.
I know.
Can you get to the top of that tower?
This is the Sky Needle.
I wonder if they have any view from the top of the Sky Needle.
They might, but it's a restaurant.
Yeah, I bet they would probably not, because then it would undercut their sales.
They might. Let's find out. I honestly, I think it would improve their sales. Because, like, what are you going to do? Put this on and eat? Oh, they do.
Nice.
Oh, Marcus.
Oh, I feel like I'm eating there. Wow.
You got to be rich to eat here, because it rotates as well.
Does it?
It does. And they set the speed. There was an episode of Bob's Burgers that had it on there.
This is your entire understanding of this comes from the episode of Bob's Burgers.
No, it doesn't. It comes from eating here with my grandma. Oh, hello! I'm sorry. He's way too smiley. That's too much for me. Hello, sir, in your sandals.
Oh, Lord. Hey, look back out for me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I could not. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm moving my head too much, too.
That is a pretty cool view of the falls. I have to say, if I go, it might be worth going to that restaurant.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about the guy staring at me. I can't.
Do you remember if you were able to like reserve something that day?
You have to reserve ahead of time. You're not eating there if you don't. It's super expensive.
Yeah.
But it's worth if you wanted to take like one person, it'd be worth it.
Yep.
That would be the way to go about it because it was just me and my grandma. It wasn't anybody else. So.
They called it this. I'm looking it up now. The Skylon.
Oh, it's called the Skylon Tower. Yeah.
Skylon Tower. Rotating. How did they just put that? Yeah, the rotating restaurant, revolving restaurant.
Yeah, it's really
that is cool.
Cool. It's so cool. And then another place, if you want to stay in the sky, they have this one. Me and Kelly were gonna stay here. It's the Tower Hotel. It's what their kitchen apparently. I mean, this is what their dining room apparently
what a conference
looks like.
room looks like in there, or yeah, dining room.
Ooh, not at all a view of the falls, and we get a nice projector.
Trying to see if the menu is on the website.
Man's looking. This man about to make some reservation. Honestly, go for it. It's really cool. Actually, do you want to know what my favorite thing is right down here?
Mm-hmm.
There is the Rainforest Cafe, and I love that place more than anything. I would die to eat at the Rainforest. There it is! There it is!
The Rainforest Cafe.
It's right there. You have no clue how amazing the Rainforest Cafe is. It's right behind these two dudes. One sec, I gotta get behind them. Let me in. This is the best. This is my favorite place. I will only ever eat here. Have you never eaten at one?
No.
Oh, Marcus.
Where do they have them?
They have them. Okay, so they're mainly in the U.S. There's none around us besides this one. If you go there, you have to eat the Rainforest Cafe. This is not it. This is just the game area. In there, it's like a legit rainforest. There's thunderstorms every 15 minutes, and there's creepy animatronics that yell at you.
Ah.
But it's like a legit like gorilla. It's so cool.
Yeah, they don't have that many in the United States.
I say they've slowly closed. I think that they started in the UK actually. So I might go to one.
Well, very interesting.
Yeah. Did you make a reservation at the Skylon Tower?
You know, I'm honestly. Ooh, that's a cool one.
Oh
no!
Dang it! I can get it back.
All right.
I know I can. I know. I saw that too, and I was like,
Oh,
come
Google,
on!
come on! There has to be a better way of doing this.
I kind of like this. It's kind of like Russian roulette. Woo!
See what you get.
I'll get it.
It was like you were on the side.
Yeah, you really were too. Oh, got it.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's pretty sick.
Oh no! Sorry, I had to see who was doing it. Now we can see.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I could honestly just sit there and stare all day. And then probably, like, I'm sure you could still hear a lot of it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Can you imagine being the first, like, people to stumble upon this and just...
Oh, God, no. I could never. I mean, like, first things first. I'm guessing that they're traveling by boat. So you're stumbling upon this. You might be dead.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be terrible. You start paddling real fast.
Like, go.
Like, I hear something a little bit over the horizon.
I do have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Was it David Blaine that tight-roped across it?
I'm sure he did.
Was
David
it
Blaine
him?
did everything once.
He really did. And I'm trying to remember whether or not it was him. Here, I can go to do you want to go to the American Falls? I know they're kind of wimpy compared to Horseshoe Falls.
No, actually, they're pretty sick still. It's
I
just
say,
not,
like, there's still waterfall.
you know. David Copperfield?
Copperfield. Yeah, I got you.
I just saw, you know, whatever.
It's okay, you did it.
you got there.
You got it, buddy. No, it's that one guy again. Oh, wait, it's not what I wanted. This is not working.
Well, I think this was a pretty good look at Niagara Falls for the time.
Agreed.
This was one as well that we definitely are going to have to come back and check out a little bit more. I feel like we only got to see a little bit of it.
We barely even got to touch it on. I mean, we missed, like, the Ferris wheel.
I feel like that's what everybody feels like when they go to these places.
100%.
You know what I mean? In the real world, they're like, oh, yeah, I walked around and I checked out 3-4 things, but then I ran out of time.
Exactly, because, like, I'm looking at half these restaurants or places to go, and I've never gone to most of them. Like, one of these is a club, and I wanted to go. Like, there's... I mean, there's so much.
Yeah. Well, I think this was a fun journey. Definitely something I want to go to. You've gone in person. I want to go in person one of these days.
Absolutely.
And then I want to come back here as many times as possible and check it out.
Absolutely.
So, well, thank you for another episode of VAR Travels being captured here in the XRCast studio on the Penn State Behrend Campus. My name is Marcus.
I'm Lauren.
And thank you for joining us today. Come back again.